After ages of searching, I have narrowed the location of the weapon to a small range of planets.
Excellent! For it is Darkseid's destiny to harness the anti-life equation.
What's going on, Heroclix family? Welcome back to the channel. So today I was going to be doing an unboxing of the Apokolips Planet Pack and then be taking a look at a couple ideas I had for team building with it. I'll probably be doing a follow-up just after I'd played a couple games with this. Really, I just kind of got this set for fun to play with. This is what the box looks like. Let's go ahead and open it up here. So we got the planet Apokolips itself, and then we have these three Parademons. I believe they're all the same Parademon. They're kind of just the reverse of the promo that we had gotten recently. Actually, it looks pretty awesome, Apokolips here. Kind of a nice piece to have as a collector, or somebody who likes maybe DC or Darkseid. Pretty decent too for 40 points. This is a planet that just anybody can buy off the shelf, kind of like Umbrax or Mogo, but anybody can get their hands on it. Pretty cool looking. And then I believe it's the same exact sculpt as the promo. Just their stats and dial I think is a little bit reversed. Like this one starts out with Empower, but the other one starts out with Enhance. And it does have 2 starting lines. So I prefer the Enhanced one personally, but that's just me. So let's take a look at the cards. So first up we have Granny Goodness. I do actually happen to have that one. So I'll be definitely trying all this stuff out just for fun. You know, that's what I kind of the way I look at these pre-made products nowadays is I'll usually just pick them up to play them for fun against people. So Granny Goodness, she has that Apokoliptian tactics. Other friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword have the Superman enemy team ability. Combat reflexes and invulnerability for 50 points. She can't move an attack, which is kind of too bad, but she does have penetrating psychic blast. She has an attack or a damage power here. Die for Darkseid. When a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword is KO'd, all other friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword modify attack and damage +1 until the end of turn. So you could be sending out those Parademons, or you could be sending out the Bystanders you generate from Apokolips. When those are KO'd, you will be getting those bonuses, but you got to use them pretty quick because you only get them for that turn. But could be used to make set up some big plays. 6 range, okay. I think really what makes her worth trying to run is giving everybody that Superman enemy, and then also when they're KO'd, you get those buffs. So not bad. And then looking at Apokolips. So the Apokolips Now trait. When Apokolips starts the game, place them on their card. Apokolips can be given actions and use their powers and abilities on their card at the beginning of your turn. If no friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword are on the map, KO Apokolips. So just kind of like the other planets, basically. It is 40 points. It's got 5 range. It's got flying. It is colossal. It does have Force Blast, looks like. So Force Blast, Poison, and Probability Control to start with. So definitely making sure you utilize your Probability Control and Poison when you're picking one of those Apokolips characters. And taking a look at the back. For the glory of Darkseid, at the beginning of your turn, choose a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword until your next turn. When Apokolips uses a power or ability, they may do so as if they occupied the chosen character's square. Free, generate a bystander with the Darkseid Elite keyword from the that the Apokolips hasn't generated yet this game. Then deal Apokolips 1 unavoidable damage. This game, that bystander isn't scored when KO'd. So let's take a look at the third trait here. Boom tube technology. Power, generate a boom tube marker within range. And then it says at the beginning of your turn, you may place a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword into a square with a boom tube marker within range. And you got to remember too that those bystanders are going to be, of course, be getting all the keywords that the Apokolips Planet has. So they will get Cosmic, Keyword, and Apokolips. And then taking a look at Darkseid. I did happen to have one of these. I actually got it. I got the board game when Hastings went out of business a long time ago, and I got it on sale. So kind of a score there. I also just thought it was a really cool looking figure though too. And it's kind of cool to see this one get a legacy card. It's got this cool boom tube, kind of almost like the planet. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at his card. Of course, he's cosmic. He's got Apokolips, New Gods, Cosmic, Deity, and Ruler. His first trait, God of Tyranny, Leadership, Mastermind. When Darkseid uses leadership and fails after resolutions, he may deal an opposing character within 6 squares, line of fire damage equal to half the result. So that's pretty nice for a leadership. And it's only when he fails. And then, of course, one thing you're going to be wanting to do with most Darkseids is masterminding the damage to your minions, things like the bystanders or the Parademons. He's got 2 starting lines, 195 and 100. He's got 10 range of dual targeting. I kind of like him better at the 195 starting, just because he has some better numbers. I mean, 100 points for the numbers he has on his second, on the 100-point marker. I feel like they're really low. A 17 defense in today's game. I don't know. But you will be trying to mastermind as much as possible. You're going to be trying to utilize a lot of that range. And the sidestep, I mean, is going to work kind of nicely with that. You sidestep and then blast somebody from 10 squares away. And hopefully you can use some of those Parademons to get you enhance. You shouldn't have a problem with, like, you'll have like probability control and outwit. So, and then he has a movement ability, Boom Tube Power. Place Darkseid up to 6 squares away. Then you may place any number of friendly characters with the Apokolips keyword adjacent to him. And that one's at the end of his dial. Whoa, as I drop everything. And so he has that movement ability at the end of his dial, so it's kind of like a getaway tactic there almost. And you place all those Apokolips keyword characters next to him. Then he also has an attack power, the Omega effect. Power improved targeting through elevated, hindering, blocking, and characters, and attack out of adjacency. Make a range attack with a single target. This attack can't be evaded, and damage dealt can't be reduced below the target's click number. So that one's pretty nasty. See through just about everything, but you won't be able to. Well, I guess you could sidestep and do that. But do you start with it? Yeah, on the 200 you do start with that one. So if you were to enhance it and then just blast somebody with it, that'd be pretty cool. But a really great Darkseid, really great looking Darkseid at least. I think the real winner here in the pack is the planet. It's just really cool to see it as a standalone Heroclix and Heroclix. And then looking at the Parademon, you get 3 of them in here. So it says, he's Apokolips, Brute, Cosmic, Monster, and Warrior. Apokolips demands my service once per attack when a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword and a greater point value than Parademon would be hit by an opposing attack. If Parademon isn't a target of that attack, you may place him adjacent to that character. Parademon becomes the hit target of that attack instead. And he's got the 50 and 15 point starting lines, 4 range, flying. It does give people empower and enhance. He can move and attack. He's got the 50 and 15 point starting line. He's got 4 range, flying, empower, enhance, can move and attack. So it could be masterminding stuff to him. That's probably one of the best bets. But when the expendable goon trait, Boom Tube Invasion. When Parademon is KO'd by an opposing character, after resolutions you may roll a d6. 1 through 3, remove an action token from a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword. So getting you some action token clearing there. And then the last one, the 4 through 6, generate a character with expendable goon trait on its 15 point starting line adjacent to a friendly character. The LE one, I believe it actually heals if you roll a 1 through 3. So it might be a good idea to be running, one of these on the sideline. So when one, like this one's KO'd, and if you wanted to potentially heal some of your characters, you switch to that one. So when it's KO'd, you could heal somebody. Then taking a look, it comes with quite a bit of bystanders, and I believe the only way to actually play them is through the Apokolips Planet. Get it out here. So it looks like there's some that are just both sides of them are the boom tube, and those are the markers to use for Darkseid. Let's see which ones we have. We have Dr. Bedlam. Oh, these ones do have the keywords on them, or at least he does. So running shot, invincible, empower, precision strike, dual targeting. Not too bad for 10 points. Oh, so you can run these by themselves, not just with the. You can actually start your team with these, not just generate them from the Apokolips. That's pretty cool. So I actually kind of like that one. Put him up top here. Just a Parademon with poison. I mean, sometimes poison can be good. I'm gonna put then that one's 15 points. Put that one down there. Calabac, 5 range, dual targeting, sidestep, penetrating psychic blast, invulnerable, close combat expert. For 10 points, not bad. Might try to utilize that for penetrating psychic blast. Then we got Steppenwolf. He's got charge, blades, claws, fangs, and leadership. So a little bit of leadership in here. And then we got another Parademon. Am I missing a couple? Yeah, I am. I was going to say, I thought there was at least one with probability control. I don't see that one either. Are they? Let's see. Okay, those ones are all just Parademons. Oh, there we go. There we go. So there is also one of it. That's not his son. Calabac's his son. I'm trying to remember. He has a couple sons, I think. I can't remember if Kanto is one of them. So Kanto has Perplex. That could be useful. 10 points. And he's the Darkseid Elite. And so I like Kanto. I kind of like the Doctor. I also kind of like this one too, Darkseid. He's got that range combat expert, mastermind, 6 range. Kind of picking and choosing what you're needing these for. So it might take some tactics to actually use this team. And then we got Glorious Godfrey, mind control, incapacitate, energy shield deflection, and enhance, another enhancer. So now we took a look at the figures. Now let's talk about a couple of teams I had made. The first one I had made is actually called Kiss My Apokolips, after the Harley Quinn show, because why not? And I have Darkseid at 195 points, trying to make him that nice sidestep, long-range attacker. And then we have Granny Goodness. I'm just trying to utilize those things that she really gives the Apokolips keyword. Superman enemy team ability, and then given those bonuses when one's KO'd. Darkseid at 195, we have Granny Goodness at 50. Then we have Apokolips. We're going to be trying to use it to pop out those bystanders whenever we need them for whatever situation we need them. Then he could also potentially be a probber and using poison. And also those boom tubes, generate a boom tube marker. Within range, at the beginning of your turn, you may place a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword into a square with a boom tube marker within range. So little quick getaway with those boom tube markers. And then lastly, we have one Parademon at 15 points, and that rounds up a even 300-point team. And that looks like it could be a pretty decent one to have some fun with. It's kind of a tentpole team because Darkseid's your big piece, and you have a bunch of little pieces kind of supporting. Could be running Darkseid at 100 points, and then I'd maybe do Granny Goodness at 50. Then you have the Apokolips Planet at 40. And then I think Kanto is actually a really good LE that we had gotten recently. He's an Apokolips character, and he's going to be, I mean, for 35 points, he's got, he's an assassin. And then he also has this once per attack when a friendly character with the Apokolips keyword and a greater point value than Kanto would be hit by an opponent's attack. If Kanto isn't the target of that attack, you may place him adjacent to that character. Kanto becomes the hit target of that attack instead. So you could use that to block your Darkseid. And then also, he's got the target trait. He's got Assassin Elite, Plasticity, Sidestep, Stealth. When an opposing character within range uses super senses, decrease the result by 1. Then he also has Perplex and Probability Control. All for 35 points, which is pretty dang good for him. And then one Parademon. Then from there, I'd probably, the other 60 points, I would either try to fit in a deceased character, or maybe, because they have, I think most of them have a 60-point starting line, somebody like Green Lantern or the deceased Catwoman. And then also you could just try to fill out your team with equipments. You could throw something like the Destroyer armor on Darkseid. We actually have quite a few LEs that you could be running with this. You have the Black Adam LE, the deceased one. You also have the Hal Jordan LE from Deceased. There's of course Darkseid Deceased. Then we have Catwoman Deceased. I think I'd probably be using Black Adam and Catwoman most likely because they're both pretty good. Hal Jordan might not actually be that bad either because he has the Green Lantern team ability. You could be carting everybody around, using him as a taxi. And that about wraps it up for this Apokolips Planet unboxing and team build. Don't forget to throw the video a like, comment, and if you haven't yet, considered subscribing. And we'll catch you in the next video.